Hey lady, have you seen our YouTube channel? We have tons of videos that you can watch, have fun, get educated, and be inspired. You should head on to our channel, Female and More TV now. And don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share the videos with others. Hello Amazon, you're welcome to Female and More Show, the #1 female-centric show on the continent of Africa. If you're joining us for the first time on the show today, it's always a pleasure to have new person. So I'm going to ring this bell for you to say welcome. So if you're wondering, what's the Female and More Show, right? Female and More Show is an offshoot of an online community of young African females who will boost our self-esteem, discover our potentials in order to be our best selves. And Female and More is brought to you by Youngsters Foundation with support from Ford Foundation and Divine Dominion. And as always on the show today, I'll bring you lots of fun and edutainment, and particularly plenty gists concerning the just concluded Stop Gender-Based Violence edition. And I'm not going to be giving you this gist alone, all right? I have one pretty beautiful lady in the studio today to do this with me. So I'll say just sit back and enjoy this. Welcome back. So like I said earlier, I have a pretty beautiful fabulous damsel in the studio with me today. She's perfectly, just look at her, she's perfectly female and more. You're feeling yourself back.
I'm on fire.
But actually that's what this is about, right? So you should feel yourself. I should raise your self-esteem.
Good to
this
have
is Female and More.
Good to have me.
Yeah,
here.
good to have you in the show. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so
All
much
right,
for
so
having
let these people get to meet you. I'm nice like that. Let them know you.
I'm Precious Adigwe. I'm from the Female and More programs team, and today is going to be super exciting.
Yeah, because she's actually a very lively person. I'm saying it in advance. You're going to see. You're going to see. All right.
All right, let's do this then.
Okay. So basically, you are here today to help me tell them the truth about what happened with the gender-based model. So.
Yes, the 16 days of activism. I think this year was one very mind-blowing year.
Yeah.
A lot of people engaged, a lot of voices was heard. In short, a lot of people became advocates.
Yeah.
And like we said, the Female and More was not left out.
How can we be left out?
No, we can't. We can't. So in commemoration of the 16 days of activism, we had the Stop Gender-Based Violence model. It was slated for 10 days.
Yeah.
And in those 10 days, we identified various harmful cultural practices affecting and violating the right of young girls within Africa and across the globe. And indeed, the responses was mind-blowing.
Massive.
I wasn't really, in short, the stories that was said, the truths that came out, like people coming to express some of the underlying issues. Some persons that have been violated did not know they have been violated.
True.
During the course of this model, it was, people came out to tell their truth, and I'm really glad we had this model. If you missed it,
I have to admit,
I don't know what to say.
I have to admit that for me it was not just being glad, right? I felt it's liberation or liberation. How did they use it? Is it liberation or liberation? Well, whichever one it is, right?
Yeah.
But you know what I mean, freedom, right?
Yeah.
Because I felt it gave certain ladies who before now, it was surprising to know that some persons had been through female genital mutilation, for example, but didn't have an idea that they've been through that, right?
Yeah.
And some other persons didn't even know that there was something wrong with female genital mutilation. It was these 10 days of gender-based violence, the gender-based violence edition, that opened their eyes, taught them to know that that was the case. And some persons have already started taking action.
Exactly.
I saw some flyers, you know.
And she actually tagged it. Give to Koye Female and More advocate. The platform has been during our live session, somebody came on and said the platform actually opened our eyes to see some of the issues that people are going through in her community. Like sometimes you see these things and you call them like normal societal norm. But then these are violations of human rights, especially the women.
All right, so during the course of the 10 days, I was on the platform, so I saw a lot of comments, and I would like us to take some of those comments. We've selected a number of comments, and we just want you to feel how our participants felt.
Yes.
right, Precious. I think you should go first.
Okay, so we have this from Janice, and I think she was commenting on child marriage. Did you read on child marriage? And she said, my mother used to tell me about an Igbo community where a young girl is married off to a man who probably has 2 or more wives. The young girl is allowed to live with one of the wives, usually the oldest wife, who takes her along to the market and places and teaches her how to be a wife until she's mature to have baby. As today's quote says, give a girl child access to the classroom and not a bedroom. Give her a pen and not a penis. Please let that sink into her head. So, but then she now started asking a question. And now you could understand that from what Janice is looking at, this is actually a culture practice in according to a village in the Igbo community. So it's even beyond the northern part of the world. Even in the Igbo community happens, even in the southern communities happen, even in the west
across
it happens.
Africa, actually, like beyond Nigeria, across Africa. All right, so we have this comment from Give. Give says, I've learned that harmful traditional practices are sometimes backed by culture and religion. This cannot be right.
Exactly.
And says, since it was a human being who sets the rules, a human being like me can reset the rules. Come on, girl, you rock. That's the truth.
Exactly.
I mean, if a culture doesn't serve us, if the culture is not progressive,
you change it.
Change it, right?
Nothing is rigid.
Perfect. So give us one more.
Nothing is rigid. Okay, why I actually picked this is because she emphasized on the need for parents to be educated. She said, wow, I just finished reading today's story on female genital mutilation. Seriously. Parent needs to be educated on the dangers of these practices. It should be overly emphasized. The mothers must be enlightened so as to protect the lives and future of these innocent children. In fact, it means running away with your girl child, Bikonu. According to her, Bikonu disappeared.
Bikonu means peace.
Imagine the hurt it cost Jamila and her marriage. We need to get more knowledge and education, as many as we can, in our local communities to help put an end to these practices. And as she said, I'm willing to join and start campaigns against this on my social media handles. God help us. Really,
so I'll just take one more. This one is on menstruation stigma.
Oh yes,
so
I saw that one.
The day we read the story around this.
Yeah.
So she said it's a discrimination faced by ladies and women during menstruation. He talked about the story of a lady that started menstruating, but couldn't share on time with her mom and would rather use rags.
She couldn't tell her mom. So if I don't tell my mom that I'm menstruating, who am I going to tell?
Well, you may have that kind of relationship with your parent or with your mom specifically. But some girls do not have that kind of relationship with. Yes. So parents need to have that sort of relationship with their girl child, because if they don't get what they want from you, they'll go outside and look for it, and that's why we have so many cases of sexual abuse and child molestation and all that.
Yes, and all of those things.
Yes,
well, and that's it for the comments. So we have some calls coming in, and we would like the persons who are calling in to share their thoughts with us, because that's why they are calling in basically, right? I just hope that the persons will miss their calls already. Please, if you missed your call already, please forgive us. But we're going to take this one. Thank you so much for calling in on the program today. So I believe you participated in the gender-based model, right?
Yeah, I've read previously. I've read a whole lot of stories on gender-based violence.
All right. So how did the model go for you? What was your experience with the stories? Which of the stories resonated with you?
Actually, gender-based violence is not a new thing. Okay. And most of the stories I've read and I've seen are things that I've also seen, because I'm a gender activist too.
Okay.
So the story kind of relates with stories I've heard from people.
Okay.
From a whole lot of young ladies.
A whole lot of young ladies.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, and as I'm talking to you now, I just got to know that even my sister is also experiencing gender-based violence.
Wow.
For some reason, she's not speaking out. But someone that just have to call our attention. So I don't know if the person is actually blackmailing her with anything that we don't know. So I was actually, before I called the show, I was actually chatting with the person, and the person had to tell me about everything. I was so shocked that I'm really Christian, and even my own sister
Is a
also
victim.
experiencing gender-based violence without my knowledge. So
That's to show
looking
how
at all
close
things
it is
that
to
men
us.
and everything, it's kind of relating. It's relating, yes, hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, it's kind of relating with other experiences I've been seeing, and even what the person told me about my sister, what she's actually undergoing. So I think gender-based violence is something that we, all of us, we women, not just women, the men,
Yeah.
we should put our hands together and see how we can fight and tackle this problem.
And we agree.
Because it is still happening.
Yeah.
We agree with you perfectly.
That's
Gender-based
very
violence just
important.
has to end.
Yeah. Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. Thank you so much for calling in and sharing your opinion on this.
Wow,
Thank you
wow,
so
wow,
much.
wow.
Thank you for being part of the gender model.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
All right. Bye,
Bye.
Umar. Bye, Umar.
All right.
Wow. So it's obvious that this thing is real, right?
Of course it is.
And like she just said, you will be talking about it, you'll be reading about it, you'll be fighting for other persons. There are women just right around you who are experiencing these same things. We just hope that it's not a blackmail.
Exactly.
We just hope also that the condition of a more sister is not something that is beyond rescue. And as they've heard about it, they will be able to do something. But really, gender-based violence
It's real.
has to stop.
It's real and has to stop.
Hey lady, have you seen our YouTube channel? We have tons of videos that you can watch, have fun, get educated and be inspired. You should head on to our channel Female and More TV now, and don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share the videos with others.
Sometimes you find out that women are going through a lot. I don't want to talk about the world in general, but I'm specific about women. Women are going through a lot. But when you speak to someone, even if the person don't give you an immediate solution to that problem, you find out that the issue of whatever is troubling you quietly have this peace within. I believe that when our hope is reignited, we can adjust again back into the society. We can become the real way that God has ordained and created us to be. That's regaining hope and regaining power. You have the power to determine how your life and the outcome of your life. You have the hope to decide either to move on or to be static.
I've learned a whole lot of lessons, and one of these lessons is that women go through a lot that has been normalized by the society. There's a great need, there's an urgency for women to speak up and fight for her rights to be treated fairly and equally. Women should support women. Women should be change makers in order for us to change, to see that change that we desire.
The one and most important impact this entire edition has had on me is to always find my voice and not to be voiceless for my sake and for the sake of people around me. To cap it all, women are not punching bags. Female children deserve to be educated. Women can be independent and have a happy home. It is safe for a female child to be bold and also to be courageous. Widows are no witches. They are human beings who deserve the best for themselves and for their children.
All right, so what you just watched is further comments that people sent in via audio, people who couldn't call in on the program who wish they could call in. They sent in audio, and I hope you heard what they said, just like I did too, and especially the clip from the live chat where Hilda literally tried to help persons who have been through any form of gender-based violence come out of it. I hope you heard what Hilda said. And Precious, I don't know what you have to say to that.
Yeah, I like the fact that Hilda did, even with the little time she had, she did serious justice to some of the points she mentioned. But I think one singular thing that stuck with me was the fact that in all of this, you need to actually identify that you need to make that decision for yourself. And I like the fact she also hinted on self-esteem, which is one of the things we promote here on Female and More platform. So you need to tell yourself that you can't allow this problem hold you down. You need to make that decision and move out, because from the stories you read, all of these women had gone through one harmful practices or the other, and they came out of it.
You need to come out.
And it formed a movement, and they are better. So your problems or the traumas you have gone through do not hold you. Instead, they define the path that you're going.
So this is where this is about to go down. This is about to end. But before we say our final buys on this review episode, we promised on Female and More that we will recognize the persons who supply the stories, the wonderful, beautiful stories that we read. So to all the beautiful ladies out there, whether we know your name, we can remember your name now, we cannot remember your name, every single person who contributed to the stories for the 10 days, thank you so much for doing this. And do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you're watching this on YouTube. And we have lots of other videos that you can watch right after watching this one. And across your screen right now, our social media handles are just passing by. So please follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook. We like to hear from you. We like to interact with you. And until I bring this show your way again, do not forget, you are female and more.